Okay, folks, I gotta put eye drops. I already did this one, and I gotta put artificial tears in my eyes because my eyes are burning from the first medication. So they subscribe this one. Never have glaucoma. Ugh. God, it's like somebody put two thumbs into your eye sockets. Okay, I had to take off my coat. I always wear a sports coat. This one is Art of Survival by Cord Christian Tobres. This book was printed in Germany. I have it English. This is an English copy. This is the old book review for Cold War Prepper. Now, since he started in 1962 in studying survival, the art of survival, this is translated in German. I got the rare English copy. You won't find this in America. It took me over 20 years to get the English version. Try reading it in Dutch, in German, in French, in Japanese. Hard book to find in English. Okay? You could try it. It shows you, it's right after Korea. Okay? Now, I don't show all the pictures in this book because it's kind of graphic. But it's the formation of survival schools, formation of how to survive, military, and all this since basically up to World War II and Korea and what they learned. The biggest thing as an offshoot of this one, there's another book, but I don't bring it out because it's too long to explain, was the early space program. Okay? Survival wasn't the biggest thing for outer space. Let's see. Okay, I can't see sometimes. For outer space, the Mercury astronauts. They were all picked and they were all given equipment. Well, their equipment really stunk on the Mercury capsule. One thing, they did not have a urinary device. So the first early launches of the Mercury capsules to test it out, the astronauts peed on themselves or wore a diaper or peed inside a leg or peed in the cockpit until they got a device that designed, and they had a little bag and it had a little tube and you peed in it because everybody knows what I'm talking about because I used one for a long time. You peed in a bag through a tube. Yeah, I forgot the word. Sorry about that. Brain damage. But they had that, and it was a real relief because Alan Shepard was stuck in a capsule for 12 hours before they called it off and pulled him out. And he filled that bag 3 times. Okay? Another problem was they didn't have life rafts or life vests because another astronaut on the original 7, Grissom, almost drowned when the door popped open and the capsule filled up with fluid. So he naturally and tried the life vest, did not work, and his suit was filling up with water. Wasn't the greatest planning in history. The only one that had equipment was Alan Shepard, who brought 3 candy bars when he did the full circle with the Gemini launches. I think there was like 26 launches. And then, I forget, John Glenn carried a Swiss Army knife because he was cursing. He wanted the zipper across the chest in the first place. He wanted a can of water, okay? And he was the first one pushed hard for a life collar around the capsule so it doesn't sink. And he wanted a life raft for the astronaut so it doesn't sink. The other things they added on came in Gemini and Apollo and stuff like that. Some of the Mercury astronauts got escape buoys that you could punch through the this whatchamacallit, metal surface and dug your way out. Some more issued that, but John Glenn only had a pocket knife, which he carried around the neck underneath the spacesuit, because if he needed it, pulls out through the ring, and it had all the things: screwdrivers, tweezers, anything he needed, and get out of the damn capsule. He didn't like. He also carried one of these too, but didn't smoke. He didn't like the book of matches because he said that was the most stupidest thing. If we landed in the ocean, okay, that's it. Because book of matches, anybody who throw a book of matches in the water knows what I'm talking about. Like Shepard, he carried candy bars and a peanut butter sandwich. Because the biggest fear was, whatchamacallit, a bug in the system, crumbs coming off of the food. But, you know, like I said, trial and error, and they survived. Okay? A lot of these right here was the early days of survival. From civilian to military. They made a lot of mistakes in this. So if you want to learn about survival training from the 1952 to, well, end of World War II to end of Korea and through the 50s until 1962, I do recommend this book. Unfortunately, I can't show you everything in this because it does get pretty graphic, and if it's perfect for Cold War prepper. Now, if you want to look up on the equipment early Mercury and Gemini astronauts used, you could check online and go on YouTube, and that'll help you out. That's one of my old book reviews. Good luck if you can find it in English. I found a lot in German and Hungarian, but it explains the systems as they tried to develop. The FM books were really despised, and a lot of the early survival equipment had to be rethunk. Yeah, because it was totally useless. By the time in 1962, or they say, oh, they don't have to worry, they're going to get rescued by pararescue. They lost a lot of people. Okay, they either drowned, died from exposure. You know, this is why I keep telling people. And also, some of the kids carried a lot of useless gear. I always tell, make sure your gear, like a lot of 24-hour gears, they mash everything. You take 3 different kits and mash it together. And I always look at that, and I keep telling people, do you need trauma care and first aid gear in here? No. Do you need this one? Because you're in the middle of the woods, you need certain things. Or worse, you put other things like, yeah, I need fishing gear out in the desert. Real smart folks. So like I said, check out Cold War Prepper, because I'm trying to watch all his video. Today I'm trying to catch up and do book reviews and also promoting people. I still got Van City and Charlotte. Is it Charlotte? I think it's Charlotte Prepper. I can't pronounce right. I've been busy today. I got a lot of things I have to do. And like I said, between cooking dinner, taking care of my mother, working quietly in my garden, and trying to relax. We survived. This is May 1st. As long as you know who's in office, the world's still in danger. And they're doing some weird things. So stop the collapse. Complain to your politicians if they don't listen. Spray paint it on their wall and put a big point to it. You know, you could do a whole bunch of things to make their lives terrible. I suggest everybody to throw poo. Not just little individuals. You see their office? Clean up the city and clean up your problems in certain areas and dump it on their doorstep. I'll see you later. You have a nice day. I'll be seeing you. Bye now.